All right, thank you for watching Black of Fire Network, and thank you for watching Breaking the Matrix with me, Africa Mpenzi Morel. And of course, for the 6 minutes past midnight here in Uganda, it's a good morning from me to you, whoever is watching me live here on Black of Fire Network. All right, so welcome everybody, and I want you to know flags flying for Black Love everywhere, and of course, from me and Black of Fire Network at large. And whoever is watching, I'm so super excited to have you here with me tonight. And of course, today we're going to discuss about how they manipulated Black Africans' emotions to their advantage. Probably this sounds like something that rings in your ears, or maybe you experienced this personally, but I've seen this whole hot temper thing happening between very many Black people now. I don't mean that it's only Black people who have got this temper. Of course, we've seen a lot of other people outside this race doing a lot of crazy things, but well, we don't care about what they do. Of course, this is us, and our discussion is what we are talking about tonight. So it does not matter to other people. Now, Haki Ali Takman says not to racism. Well, I don't know what that means, but well, whatever it is, we are still continuing with this. But um, say not to racism, not to racism, not to whatever. I'm not talking about race here right now, but of course, this is Black Life, and we're talking about this is Blackwood Fire Network, and of course, I'm sorry if I don't talk about another person, or because I don't feel like I'm so very much concerned right now, because the major topics here we're supposed to talk about is us, and that's why. And so I'm not trying to be whatever. I don't know what you mean by that. But well, Ali, thank you very much for coming once again. Also, thank you, even if you say not to rest or whatever. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means, but so you can try to tell me what you're trying to mean by that comment. But I'm also so happy to see you here. So yeah, of course, we've seen a whole lot of different emotions within Black people and Africans at large. I'll give you the great experience that I had in South Africa, which is very, very sad. We've seen a lot of South Africans coming out there. And of course, when I talk about emotions, not about emotions towards the other race, okay, or towards white crackers or other people. Of course, this also has got everything with fellow Black people. Now, I've seen that when it comes to places like South Africa, we've seen a lot of Black Africans killing other Africans, and this whole thing is on another level. We've also seen in our AA communities where it is normal for a sister to drive from one state to another just to fight a sister, which is also very weird. So at some point, me, I personally I'm not like trying to present another person, whatever I'm trying to put across today is my own view of how I view things and perspective. Of course, you can also drop your comment and supplement, compliment, or disagree with what I think towards this. We've seen a lot of things are happening. I'm not always focused on other people. I'm sorry. Probably maybe other people may be a very high temper than we, but I don't really take time to watch what other people do. But of course, I'm so very much concerned with my people, my race, and of course, my black community. So that's why. And you can also agree that we are not hot temper, or you can say, yeah, we are, according to what you think and how you see people behave. Now, in South Africa, we've seen a lot of things happening, but of course, we've seen a lot of discrimination and racism, and during the apartheid policy in South Africa. South Africa is one of the African countries that has been so very much affected by the white colonialism methods, and of course, a lot of whites still in South Africa and claiming it even to date. So very many things have happened, and there is a reason as why I'm so very much focusing on South Africa. And then we've also seen Nigeria coming out and also having this kind of hot temper. And then, of course, for you who have experienced Nigerians wherever you are, you will realize that these are people who will easily find it within a quick minute. They find it so easy to have stabbed a brother to death or do something because of something very small. So I feel like this is not something that I would say is very 100% normal. Though having a hot temper seems to be normal, but to me, I find that this is not normal. Now, some time back, we watched we a research that young South African children kill themselves, and the same thing to Nigerians poisoning themselves. Now there's a high rate of Nigerians youth standing up taking poison. You will see someone on Facebook just saying something, I'm gonna die today evening. I'm so fed up with this kind of life. I'm so done. And you'll be reading the comments and the posts and thinking, well, maybe this is just Facebook shit. And the next thing tomorrow is like a brother, a sister has passed on after writing a note. I just find it very weird. Taking a whole time of writing, probably written in the morning until evening, even the same time you're gonna do that act, you put it down on Facebook and you do it. From you mean you don't even give it a second thought. Probably whatever crosses, whatever happens from that day you've set your mind into this suicide. You are still carrying it on till the very time you promise the world that you're gonna do this. It must be something deep or something deeper than what people see. Now, we've seen as South Africans, South Africans have a problem of water. So, in most cases, there is a time where their country is like dry, and everyone is like trying to look for water. And then, of course, they try to bring water into South Africa and give it out to people. And, I so might believe there is a reason, there is a chemistry reason behind Black people's emotions. Of course, with this whole COVID being the good example for the fact that it has got genes in it. Could it be that the vaccination that most people do have in Africa has got everything to do with their emotions and tempers? That's the number one question. Two, is it that the foreign things that Black people tend to eat, could it have also an impact on their emotion? And three, what do we feed our children? Because we've seen a lot of things happening where most women today do not like breastfeeding. Actually, they don't want to feed their babies. The result to whatever it is, they don't know where it comes from, and they feed their children. Probably could also be one of the reason why most Black people have got this abnormal temper that I will not call human temper. Sometimes they do crazy shit, and they're not so afraid of it. Well, but before I do continue with this, I don't like talking alone when I don't see brothers and sisters trying to drop their comments. Well, you can drop your comment below and tell me what you think. Of course, I've at least given you my own side of a view and what I think could be the reason. Drop your comments and tell me what happens, and what you think could be the reason as to why. Of course, I'm seeing I'm being watched by at least eight brothers and sisters. Please drop your comment. Let me know who's watching me so that I can say hi to you in person, of course, and know whether we are together tonight. It's me, Maria Mpenziwa Africa, of course, on Black Hot Fire Network, and we are talking about how Black emotions has been manipulated to the crackers' advantage. I don't know if in my post to say wait, I'm so sorry if I did that, but I remember I said them advantage. I don't think I spoke about any risk. And Ali Takman, please, I would like to know of course, what kind of race you're talking about. And of course, whoever is watching me, I say you can compliment, agree, disagree, supplement on my very views. And once again, thank you very much for coming. Say hi to me. Let me know who's watching Africa Maria here in Uganda. And Keith, if you're out there watching, please say hi to me, and I would love to invite you to the studios with me if you don't really mind. I'll be waiting as I continue to see your comments as you say hi to me. Let me hope Lando, you're watching. Um, Dina and Monique and Jiman Kondo, and I'm trying to recall your names, those who always do watch me. And of course, we have Mohammed, and then we have Campbell, and let me hope I said it right. And then, of course, Washington, and I'm trying to get to your names back into my mind. And whoever's watching, probably if I've not say your name, and of course, Kate Williams, and I'm trying not to grab all your names up as you can recall this. Who always watch me, and then I'll have Guy man, is it called Guy or something? And of course, and second one, I don't see mosquito nowadays, and I don't see unsunken one too. But hopefully, yeah, guys are always watching Black Final Work, yeah, we got to cover it. But I'm seeing y'all watching, nobody saying hi to me. It's a little bit tiring, of course, and kind of feel like I'm talking to myself, which is, of course, Laban. It's not discussion. So please rescue me from this feeling and say something to me. And then, man, Dwight Davidson, of course. I hope you're there watching Flower Network. And then, who else? I'm trying to get your name said in my mind. And oh God, please give me Kay Williams, of course, of course, of course. Yes, so we had also the beautiful one, and oh God. Hi, David Brown. David Brown, thank you very much for saying hello to me. And thank you for watching Black Friday Network, my brother. It's always it's always my pleasure to at least have someone say something so I should know somebody's watching. And of course, it makes me feel warm, and I'm talking to somebody out there. And of course, today we are talking about the black hole. I mean, the how our emotions were manipulated to their advantage. Of course, when we talk emotions, it takes a whole large. It's a very large topic. It also concerns of what we believe in, how we view things. Our thoughts and conclusions towards different things, because we do things in most of the times emotional. Now, David Brown says, yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Now I see you, and of course, it's always my pleasure to say hi to you in person. And David Brown, you're very much welcome, Black Friend Network. Please, somebody else to say hi to me. If you're watching, I can see I'm being watched by at least uh 12 people. Please say hi to me. Let me know David is here with me. And of course, Ali, who said not racism, is also here. And then, of course, I can still also wait to see somebody say hi to me, and my shout out to all the Black Hole Final Work families, and also those who always watch my shows. Now, well, we've seen this how our emotions have been manipulated, and of course, apart from probably what we do eat and what we are being fed, what we are drinking, and of course. Whatever it is they do give us through vaccinations. We've seen also the media coming out there to manipulate us. We've seen a lot of propaganda being spread about us, and of course, the black people. There is a way we are trying to struggle for this kind of breakthrough, like we are trying to fight to find ourselves in another position, and of course to be viewed, or we are trying so hard to be accepted by the community out there. And in the end of it all, we end up turning against our own beliefs, norms, culture, and tradition. And of course, we develop self hate, probably because we think that we are not that important, or we are not. On a certain level, we feel like we are inferior, and then of course, this results to a lot of things and bleaching. We've seen a lot of beautiful African women going to different things, trying to have their bodies changed. Maybe going with no food because you just want to appear slim, probably because you feel these are the standards of beauty. And I'm not gonna say that most African are supposed to be thick. Of course, we got these other slim mamas out there, and it's also okay. But again, it's very unfortunate for someone to be doing without food for no health reasons rather than slimming down your body. I'm not like also saying that being abnormally, should I use the word fat? Because of course, fat is not a good thing to use on human beings. But of course, fat is that abnormal, body. Uh, I'm sorry. Some people. I'm just like not trying to attack you because of your body or size or whatever it is, but it's all okay. And of course, thickness is Africa. Thickness is this kind of black, so it's very okay. But we've seen our emotions being set into something that most youth, African youth, actually, I don't know how it is there. You watching me, but of course, down here, you find like everyone is trying so very hard not to have this kind of body, people going without food just because they want to look slim. And of course, slim and is it sexy or something like that, because they feel like that is how someone should look in today's generation, which is not true. Now, if you look at the structure of course, black women, yeah, you realize that a big percentage of black women, they are curvy and thick, and it's very okay. Like I always say, some weird shit that it is in black man's nature to love big ass. And this is also driving women to be twerking their life every day and night. I see videos of black women twerking. I don't know, you call it twerking, shaking their bum, or you should say like that. Maybe that's the easy thing. But doing that all the time, and I feel like some people find it so so nice or entertaining, but it's very, I'm gonna be honest now. Whenever I come across such kind of things, I don't even give them a second look. I just feel shy. I mean, I feel like I'm so shy and I cannot look at them the second time because, I mean, it's kind of, it's very not this, yeah, okay, well, everybody has the right to do whatever they do. I'm not like trying to say it's not, but mm, when I look at such kind of things, I don't know, but it's me. Even if I'm alone in my room or I'm alone at school and I just fall into something like that and nobody's watching, I swear I do not. I cannot watch that second time because I feel like shy. I feel like, oh my god. It's like when I'm when I'm walking, I'm probably most of the times I like wearing some long, sometimes long dresses, and of course, so I make sure that I wear something a little bit tight inside. Yeah, sometimes so when you're walking and you find that woman just when her bum is shaking, I also feel shy. I'm like, God, I don't know. It's just a feeling. It's my own feeling. Okay. I just don't feel bad about it. I just feel like I'm shy to look at it. It's just in me. I feel like, but well, it, I'm not, so you most women, more especially black babes. So I don't know whether it's a ask competition. Now Keith says hello, Maria. Keith, hi, you're welcome. Where have you been? I mean, well, I'm sorry I did not text you when I was coming. I just jumped out of bed and just changed the clothes and came live here. And of course, my time, sometimes I have to, whenever I have this, the advantage of electricity, so I have to pop in. But I hope you're doing fine. And of course, we are talking. Well, I would really, really very much want to know what you think about Keith. I would really want to know what you think about the emotions of Africans, and do you find it normal with everything that is going on, the suicide and that is being happen that the suicide, of course, carried out in very many African countries, and also the black people in diaspora. We've seen Nigerians maybe turning it into yes, I have been on a while. I have now. It's one. It's 7 minutes past one. I've been on for a while. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I would also want to know what you think. Unfortunately, Keith, I don't usually hear what you say when you come live in the studios with me. But of course, I was saying that we've had a lot of things happening to Black people, more especially the youths out there. The suicide, committing suicide is also, high here in Africa, and of course in countries like Nigeria, we've seen where young brothers and sisters will just post on their Facebook, pages or on their Facebook profile, like they're going to commit suicide at a certain time. Probably I will, but someone can just say that I will be dead by 25th, or I will be dead exactly on the 30th. Now we are talking about a duration of time, and then somebody will wait until that very day and indeed commits that suicide. I mean, commits it. I mean, you'll be like, okay, how will someone keep that in mind for all that time? Maybe it's okay. Maybe people be planning for their death for a while, which is very weird. And then I don't see the reason. Of course, I'm not gonna say I don't see the reason why you should take your life, but yeah, I don't really see it. Probably you feel your life is at the verge or at the end of it, or but I don't see any reason. Probably these are kind of people who don't talk out to other people. And of course, I also went ahead and talked about the vaccination. Probably could it be the reason as to why our emotions and we have got this huge hot temper in us. We've seen a lot of, well, me, basically, I'm this kind of emotional person, but I don't have that kind of temper. Now, David Brown says that why is the suicide rise? Of course, we are going to get into that, my brother. And of course, whatever I say here is my own view and probably some other things I've read according to research. And of course, the views of other scholars who also tackle the same issue that I talk about. So, yeah. Um, I'm personally, I'm this kind of emotional. In most times when I'm talking to Keith, very many times he ends up saying, "I'm very sorry, ma," because he can't realize probably he may say something, and I feel like it's you know. Most of the times I'm like, no, that's not fair. Don't say that to me. And when he's saying something just as about as me, but I'm not this kind of person who likes so angry all the time. I'm this kind of an emotional person in a very weird kind of way, but I'm not like angry at people. So, I was trying to listen to something. The world is very quiet out there, especially at this late hour. And so when I hear something budging, I'm like, try to listen to it. All right. And of course, David Brown is saying that why is the suicide rate, and Keith says that wow, is the suicide high in Africa because of poverty and lack of opportunity. Now, this poverty will be another thing, but now the funniest thing is like the most poverty-stricken countries again do not have high, suicide rates and recordings. Countries which are developed like South Africa and Nigeria again tend to have high rate of suicide, which is very, very weird. I don't want to put this on poverty, or probably it could be poverty. Well, it could be to a certain extent. But again, why is it that these other poverty stricken countries do not record high rates of suicide? So, well, poverty could also be probably these are people are used to this kind of high lifestyle that they are not receiving, and they cannot of course, handle the situations which they are in. Maybe, but so when I try to look into that, exploit everything, I do not really want to say there is a great reason why someone should be committing suicide. But of course, the rates are very high, more especially when it comes to little, I don't want to use the word little, but of course, young girls and youths in Nigeria committing suicide because of my boyfriend this, my boyfriend that, committing murder. It's so of course suicide and murder. If someone can kill themselves, they can also kill another. We've seen some ladies stabbing boyfriends to death and also stabbing themselves. We've seen a result where a sister also killed a brother. Of course, a Nigerian sister killed her brother when they were was it of course in India due to their own reasons. I've also come across a lot of brothers killing each other when they go into diaspora, when they meet each other instead of being one love. Again, at the slightest thing, somebody's stabbing a brother to death. And of course, we've seen this happening, which is very, very, very sad. And of course, now I feel so sweet when I see comments flowing and I feel the vibes high. And of course, let me first read some comments now. Keith Newton says, wow, it is. Keith Newsom says that, wow, it is suicide. Is the suicide high in Africa because of poverty and lack of opportunity? Yes, and Nisha Penda, peace and love. My sister, you're very much welcome on Blackwood Fire Network. David Brown is asking why is the suicide rise, and of course, if you do feel you can reply to David Brown's question of why is the suicide rise in Africa and among the Black people at large. Please do comment and let me know what you say and about the suicide rising. And of course, Keith says that South Africans, those are white people killing themselves. Uh, Come on, Keith. And then Nisha Penda says that our people are spiritually blind and doing all kinds of nonsense. Now you see that's true, my sister, because like I said before, I don't see a reason as to why you should rush into committing suicide. I mean, I don't see the reason why you should feel like committing suicide is a great idea. And of course, your name is written in Arabic. I would really love to know what your name is, my brother. Hi to you. Please, what is your name? I cannot read the Arabic, I cannot read your name, but I would like to know. Please, can you write your name, comment your name in another written kind of, in another sound, in a sound form? Let me get to know. What your name is, my brother. I can see you, and you've said hi, and it's a hi from Black of Fire Network, of course. Keith was asking if I was here for a while. Yes, I have been here, and of course, it is 15 minutes, I mean, a quarter past 1 a.m. in the morning here in Uganda, and of course, White Jesus is going to be born in a day because today is 24th, so White Jesus is born tomorrow. And of course, the Ugandans are going to celebrate the birth of Jesus tomorrow on the 25th. So I think today was a day of eating pork when it comes to Catholics. Uh, Now, of course, now this is their belief, and I think these Christians do this thing like throughout the time when it's coming to the 25th of December, that date. I don't know when Jesus was born, but this is, of course, the matrix and how people be and what people believe. And to me, Christmas should be the discussion today, of course, but that will be on Christmas tomorrow. If I've not gotten very busy. Now, Derek Mohammed, yes, Mohammed. Thank you very much. Salam, 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 my brother. Salam. Thank you very much for coming. Shukran, Kabisa. Now, General Mosquito is here tonight. Mosquito, you're very, very welcome, my brother. Oh, damn, it has been a long, long time. Whoo, Mosquito. Thank you very much for coming and also for watching Zahor Fire Network. Nisha said we don't celebrate that shit. But of course, we shall have to talk about it on that shit day. hmm And David says that suicide is a part of um, mental illness. Is there proper health and mental care? David Brown thinks that suicide is part of mental illness. Yes, of course, we are talking about emotions, and probably they have got this kind of weird emotions. And my brother also, please, my brother and sister watching, comment, tell me, have you ever thought about committing suicide? Why? And I mean, probably we should learn from one another and what could be the reason. And of course, now this comes from Mosquito Maria. I was watching you last show today. Oh, on me lunch break. Very interesting. That's so nice. But you did not say hi to me. So of course, I missed you a lot, and it's always my pleasure when I see you guys comment, and not only Mosquito, but everybody. Because now I'm getting to know. I'm just trying to have all your names memorized in my medulla oblongata. So I'm trying to have you all here so that I should bring your answers all the time here, even if you don't come here. I'll have to meditate and call my ancestors to always say, like, yeah, I'll have to come when Maria is live. It's not like witchcraft thing. But of course, now Robert Williams says that I believe poverty has a link to the rate of suicide as well as poor health in all resources and wealth and financial stability plays a part. Now, yes, Robert Williams, thank you for coming, and I'm so glad to see you. And then Mohammed said I stopped celebrating the enemy's holiday almost 30 years ago. Mohammed, how old are you? But of course, that's very interesting. Mosquito say you're forgetting the general. Ah, yes, okay, general. The general mosquito. I don't know why you call yourself. Is a mosquito like this other boo mosquito that bites people and causes malaria? Well, I don't know if you're female or you are Norplis or whatever, mosquitoes that got type. Of course, this is a general mosquito. It's not a Norplis or whatever it is. So, yes, general mosquito, thank you very much for coming. Yeah. And of course, it's always my pleasure. Nisha Panda, my sister, always having a ride with me. You're very much welcome. Like I said before, and I always say that it's always my pleasure to see the queens coming out here. And of course, you educate one queen, and the Black nation is great. Again, and of course, I'm always so very excited to see you all. Mohammed, yeah, yeah, thank you very much for coming. And of course, you say you stopped celebrating Muhammad in Africa, whoever is called Muhammad must be a Muslim. So when you say you are Muhammad, there is a story of Muhammad and a Muslim person. So Muhammad, well, hmm of course, Robert has also been here, and thank you very much, guys. You always give me that vibe whenever you say something. And now Robert says that he believes poverty has a link to suicide and other you know And Keith also said the same, and another brother. But Brown says that it's a part of mental illness. Mental illness could be. We've seen people are ill actually. People are moving, they're mentally disordered or they are ill. So, it is, I don't want to say, but of course, because you cannot wake up and say that you are committing suicide when you're normal. I'm sorry. I just don't want to be like trying to cast out these guys who did that, or probably I'm not trying to place that blame on your mentor, whatever. Probably you've thought about this, and I'm not trying to say, probably I really, wish I could help in very many ways. But well, of course, we are talking about this tonight, and we are trying to see how, what to do about now. Nisha Pena said we don't celebrate that stupid shit. Yes, I know, my sister. But of course, we have to talk about it, and we shall. General Mosquito says, Maria, I was watching you last show today on my lunch break. Very interesting. Thank you so much, Mosquito General. The General, of course. And then, Assalamu alaikum. What? General, you mean you know that? Of course, this is to Muhammad. You're saying Assalamu alaikum for sure. Assalamu alaikum to you, Muhammad, from General Mosquito. And now, Muhammad says, I just saw a dame driving alone in Convertel with the med on. Well, this I didn't get this like clear. And then of course Muhammad said wa alaikum salam. Muhammad, you a Muslim or you an Arab man? Wa alaikum salam. I know this whole shit, except that we are not talking Arabic out here. Now Subhabs brought me here. Subpause. Okay, now we have free intro and outro. Now this I feel okay. I think these are your channel names, sort of it is like wow. Now free intro and outro. You're very much welcome. Well, I'll still call you that, free intro and outro, though it's very weird for me to call you that, but of course that's your identity here. And of course I'll say very much welcome on Black Hole Network. We are talking about emotions, how emotions have been manipulated to them crackers' advantage. Still, Nisha Penda says the dummy is running around with this mask insanity. Oh, that's why Mohammed says just a dummy driving alone in a convertible with a mask on. Now, speaking about that, that's very, uh-huh. Now, that is happening in Africa. Now, I feel like there is this urge of having a huge sensitization within the Black community and Africans. you know Sorry, I have there is something on my phone, so it does. So I think I'm having this Samsung Edge shit, so I'm having a line, stroke pink line, that my phone went fell down. So sometimes when your words cross that line, I don't tend to get them. But of course now I've got to understand what Muhammad was saying, that he saw a dame driving alone incompatible with the compatible with a mask on. Of course, I've realized that's what you were saying, of course, after reading Nisha Penda's replying to your comment, of course. So, yeah, so sometimes I do not read your things clear because of that line on my phone. It fell down and it had that pink thing. So, Mohammed says, yes, I'm a follower of the most honorable Elijah. He's a follower of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad Farahan. Okay, then Shukran. Then Muhammad also said, outside of the world blowing and wearing a mask. What the fuck? Of course, like I said before, I've got this urge of going out there sensitizing brothers. But again, the media here is doing a great job, except that probably people are now getting used to the mask. Could it be they even forget to remove it? I remember my mom when she came from work, and she forgot her mask on because this my mom is a medical she's a doctoress here, so sometimes when after even doing all that, I think she gotten used to the mask that sometimes I remember I saw her trying to eat, and then she cleaned everything in her hands and she was like trying to just like shit, I'm having this shit on. So well, that happened to my mom. But of course, we have this feeling of trying and sensitizing our brothers and sisters out there. It happens in my country. A lot, I will see somebody driving, he's alone in his car. The windows are up, and but he's having the mask on. Then I'm like, what are you trying to, who is around you that you're trying to prevent from spreading to you the COVID shit? But well, people are doing this. And of course, let me read the comments now. General Muscular says, Nisha Penda, the mask getting bloody expensive as well. They got designer. Mosquito, now that's true. People are designing this thing. In Africa, of course, now you're buying your own African print. Of course, we have got our own prints. We call it ebitenji. I think you guys know the African print. But now when you buy it, it's coming with a mask. Just which looks like your clothes, and designers are now advertising. I feel like wearing mask is going to be another thing, like just mosquito said. And of course, I have to say hi to you now. The lonely homo is also here. The lonely one. And then these other names are very weird. But of course, I have to say them. The lonely homo is also here. Lonely homo, hi from me, Maria. And thank you for watching the Black on Fire Network. Now you're near. Mm. Now we're glad Maria and Kent, please, isn't in God. Oh, good. Now one of your words has dropped into this pink. Here I'm now reading, of course, Muhammad says masks for control, masks for submission. That's great. Now it looks like a troll. Now that's Muhammad still saying the same thing. Big cheese. Thank you very much for coming, and of course, thank you very much for watching Blackfire Network. Nisha Penda says he's laughing out there. And of course, Derek Mawar is also laughing. That was a troll, Nisha Penda saying. Now, of course, this whole thing in Africa, people are doing this thing. Now, you will find someone wearing a mask and is alone, he's in his car, he's still wearing this mask. Of course, one time I told the brother, we shall see you fall down, die, because I mean, this is a brother who has breathing problems, he's always having a mask all the time. And of course, this mask also tend to. This whole mask also tend to add onto other sicknesses. Of course, you cannot be having this mask on throughout, and then probably a lot of germs dropping on it, and then you're touching it. The next thing, I feel like the masks are also contaminating at some point. Uh, um, of course, I told you it's a deep night here, and the world is so very quiet. So any knock outside my ears, let me first listen to the voice outside. I don't know whether they are dogs or something. Well, in Africa, dogs walk at night. Like they have very many dogs, so probably it's somebody or dogs or whatever. Well, I'm still reading. David Brown said, "We all, with all this white supremacy against us and self-hatred, depression, and other mental illnesses, we are easily occur. So I think it's nothing to be ashamed of if a person is suffering okay, after all, if a person is suffering, after all, it affects our emotions. Yes, so of course, that's why we are all talking about this. Of course, suicide is emotional. You cannot just wake up and be that. Of course, David Brown is insisting that this is a mental disorder. this is mental illness. Now, of course, I can see my brother, Big Cheese. Do you love eating cheese? But of course, you're Big Cheese. I don't know why you're Big Cheese, but yes, thank you for coming. Nisha gave that troll that fire. And of course, Derek Muhammad says this is all for the new world order. Of course, David says he only wears a mask at work. Of course, now with work, most people have made it so compulsory that we are supposed to wear our masks. So, yes, Anisha Penda says, of course I did. Through General Mosquito, now Nisha Penda is agreeing to General's comment. Of course, it's me, Maria, and thank you for watching Black Hot Fire Network. It's that one means Pastor One. It's morning here on the 24th of December, years of Cracker, and of course, days of Cracker and the month of Cracker, and yeah, of Cracker. Now, I don't know which one is ours. I haven't gotten to that level of getting to know which, but please, you can still comment and tell me the year. And of course, the days in the month of, what we call that, forgetting about the Jesus days, because of course I'm reading you the Jesus days now. Of course, in Africa, I told you before sometime back that in Africa, they name the months, the days, and of course, years differently. I don't know much about the years, but at least the month and the days. So yeah, you will find that we have the month of harvesting, of course. So they call that month of harvest, and most of the months in a year are named according to what they will be having that very month. So if it rainy season, they will also name it that. If it is harvesting, they will name it that. If it is harvesting yam and the season for yam, they will name according to that. If it's corn, it's according to that. So yeah, that's how it is here. So, but of course, the month of Jesus, it is the 24th of December. And like I said, the 33 means past 1 a.m. in the morning here. The world is very quiet. I feel like my voice is running very fast since everybody's sleeping. Now, let me read the comments now. General Mosquito says, hey, the African security guards tried to fight me because I want, because I won't wear no mask in shops. General, well, it is not his, he's supposed, he's now just following them orders. You understand? You don't have to fight with me or with him over this. He's also probably has also been told to do this, so he doesn't want to lose his job, my brother. Be kind and cool to a brother. Just do that mask for a short while. I don't want you guys fighting out there with your brothers. Anyway, David Brown said, with all this white supremacy, I read that again, and it's like saying it's okay if you have emotional issues. Of course, we've seen people having borderline diseases and these all things, and committing suicide. But I'm very much find that borderline sicknesses very many common in them crackers, and yeah. Now, Nisha Penda, of course, I read that before. Okay, 1 to 2 million people die annually from tuberculosis. Why haven't we ever worn mask for it? Mm. Question Taratib. That's a huge question. Tuberculosis. But well, I don't know why that, but my mom tells me when they were growing up, when they were young, the tuberculosis was very common in uh, in Africa. But well, nowadays tuberculosis is very much connected to HIV/AIDS, and you'll find that most people who have HIV/AIDS in Africa easily have tuberculosis. But well, tuberculosis is real and is happening. Unfortunately, people turn a blind eye on tuberculosis, and people hardly talk about it because there are very many things coming out today. But the question is right. We've never worn, and what when we are supposed to wear the mask, we don't wear it. We are not wearing masks on diseases that we're supposed to wear masks. But again, this shit weird. We can never exploit COVID-19 to the end. every day, and now okay, it turns to something else. Okay, let me read the comments now. Nisha says this is nonsense. Muhammad said we need to get rid of the elites. They are the demons behind the comedic. Okay, it's like the pandemic. Okay, this pandemic. All right. Now, Jeremiah says Jesus walked on water, but can he walk on fire? Now, this crazy guy is here. General Mosquito is always. Well, we shall have to ask him that tomorrow. He's a baby, so I don't know. But wow, so, come on, General. You just don't stop getting my mind off my topic today. And of course, Muhammad says Jesus didn't really walk on water. That's a metaphor. That's not the realm of reality to you, but well. I'm so glad that Mohammed is here. So, Mohammed, you're denying that Jesus did walk on water? Well, well, well. Jim Mancondo is here. You're very much welcome back to Fine Network. I see you, my brother. Thank you very much for coming. And of course, General Mosquito says, sounds like you're saying Tupac. Nisha Panda says that diseases are floating around due to beasts, nothing else. Of course, and sometime back I was talking to our brother. Of course, he's always here with us, Dwight Davidson, and said sometimes it's so painful to talk about things that we can hardly find solutions. So, of course, our struggles seem to never end because when we are trying to plan this, they are plotting the other. We are trying to get through, and they are plotting something else. We are trying to maneuver from this one, something drops in to take our minds away from our big missions, of course, and of course, keep us, enslaved into that, giving our thoughts that, so that, wanting us to focus on some other things as they try to pass behind us to our next level. I feel like these are all things to keep us dumb and not to think of other things and how to overcome them. And of course, Muhammad says that most students most should now, you see, like I told you, I've got the, let me try to scroll up. Most students show that masks don't stop viral. Okay, most students show that masks don't stop viral transmissions for transmissions for control, and our questions to it will make them do worse things to us. Of course, of course. Now, like I told you guys, I have this kind of pink line on my phone. Sometimes I don't see some other words, but of course, let me hope I got it right. And then, of course. Now imagine somebody having like breathing problem, like chest congestion, like asthma, this chest traffic, and of course having issues with lungs. I mean, now think about it. What is the mask are going to do them, of course, going to do to them? Of course, it's going to affect them because now the oxygen is not coming freely, but well, this is all their game. And of course, mm, now David also says he also didn't turn water into no damn wine either. Are they wearing masks at KFC, Maria? Ah, Kid, I don't know. I'm not a KFC person. I don't eat that KFC thing. So I really have not been there. I don't know. I see them pass with their delivery things every day on my house. I don't eat KFC. That chicken. I'm someone who enjoys local chicken, so I don't know what happens at KFC. I don't know if they do wear their mask, but well, I don't know. Um, and of course, that was a question from Keith, and of course, Muhammad says they haven't even found a virus to exist on its own yet, of course. And then Storm Down, you're very much welcome. You're very much welcome on Blackwood Fair Network. So you made it back. Yes, yes. I mean, thank you for coming, Storm Down, and of course, thank you for being with me yesterday. It's my pleasure to see you again here on Blackwood Fair Network. Now, everybody watching me, thank you so very much for coming. Okay. Stomp Down says, damn YouTube not sending my damn notifications. Gotta look at the channel up every time. Oh, that's we are so sorry. I think now Keith should be reminding you. I don't know if you got, but of course I came live today. Even he did not know that I was live, because I just jumped out of bed, went and cleaned my face and just removed my nightwear, and boom, I wore something different, because of the time. And I keep it saying that he's joking. Well, I don't know whether you're joking or not. I've not been at KFC, so I'm not a fan of that chicken. Yeah, I know many people enjoy it, and ladies here enjoy KFC. They enjoy pizza. They enjoy. Yeah, I used to eat the cheese pizza. Okay, whatever now. But the KFC, I'm not gonna say that I never tested it, because I'll be lying, honestly. But I just it's not something I'll put on my mind like I should eat like all the time. Anyway, so yeah, probably they're wearing masks now. Here in my country, people are wearing masks almost everywhere, even when they're alone. Now we shall find people wearing masks in their own house when they're seated alone in their couches and watching TV with the mask. I mean, this whole thing, anyway. Somebody was telling me, Jen Rose say that chicken of mass destruction. Well, this could be true, but well, I feel like most people are so addicted. You know, it's always not good to have something to be addicted to something that does not add value at your life. But of course, you can be addicted to Black Hot Fire Network because we do add value. It's okay to be addicted to us, please, and it's okay to be addicted to watching me. But of course, you know, Stamda says he loves Maria's personality and her skin is extremely beautiful. Oh, my skin. Thank you very much, Stomp Down. Ah, my skin now. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so very much. My mama told me that too. My brothers told me that too. Black people. Now Stomp Down is saying the same. My God, this is true. I love my skin. And of course, thank you so very much. And Mohammed says they've enslaved the world with masks and the next it's vaccine. Ah, yeah, of course. Well, Kip, did you talk about the other woman? The woman who, blacked out on TV live when she was having a vaccine. Wow, I've not seen that. You told us that she died and she's stinking right now. I don't know where you got that stinking shit from, but of course, she died and she's stinking. That's kid. And then, of course, let me hope you had that show yesterday. Unfortunately, I could not wait. And then today from school, I had to rest a little bit. So I want to know if you made a show about this. I can go and watch it again. I'll rewatch it, of course. I'll rewatch somebody out there say hello. And of course, we are talking about emotions and now the mask. And the issues that are happening today, we have a lot of things now. COVID-19 is another shit that is happening. Uh, Mohammed says that she's standing. See, General Mosquito said that we are beautiful people. No, Maria is. And of course, I'm kidding. We are beautiful people, Mosquito. Yes, we are. Now I'm seeing another brother, Osidian. Let me hope I'm reading your name right, Osidian. It's two Osidian. Now, these who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. Abraham Lincoln. Now, of course, But well, it only starts with us waking up and also realizing that we, and grabbing our freedom by the horns. And of course, and that's why we are here on Blackwood Fire Network to talk about Black Matters, and also to see how we can have resolutions. And I always learn one or two from the comments and from my brothers and sisters whenever they do comment. But again, I get realized that we are all one, because a whole lot of things are happening to us in the same place, and the reaction is almost the same. And of course, we've seen that people wear masks. I thought this is only here, but again, it's also in other countries, and in diaspora, that people will wear masks okay, a person will wear a mask when he alone. Here most people do walk, so yeah, there are cars, but some people do trek. Someone will trek for a long distance, and is alone on the road. But when you're passing with a car, you will see the person wearing a mask. Then you're like, "What are you trying to control?" You know. And so General Mosquito is asking that he had Abraham Lincoln was black. Is that true? You ask Osidiat, Osidiat. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Some of your names I just say them. I just read them like that. So yeah. Well, let Osidian reply to General Mosquito. General Mosquito is asking if Lincoln was black. Abraham Lincoln was. I can see she eat that KFC church. Okay, now keep it say that she eat that KFC chicken. Who eat that KFC chicken? Now, Muhammad say he may have been part black, he still don't like us. Oh, that's Muhammad replying to now Osida and Osida. I'm not going to say your name again until you tell me I'm saying it right, okay? Stop down says not only was Abraham Lincoln black, Edgar, however, okay, Edgar Hoover was black as well. That's been a well documented. Okay, Edgar Hoover now, right? Okay, now he's putting that chicken. Mohammed now both were part black. And okay, Osidan says that I say his name perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Now, some time back, I said somebody's name, so which made Mosquito laugh for almost the entire week. But well, so I'm so glad that I said your name right, Osidan, Osidan. But of course, guys, thank you for coming and thank you for watching Blackwood Fire Network. It's for the Emmy Pass. And of course, it's coming to 2 a.m. in the morning. And it's me, Maria. We are live from Kampala, Uganda, straight up to you on your phone, on your desktop, or wherever you are. Blackwood Fire Network reaches you. And of course, I'm so very, very super excited when I see brothers dropping their comment. I feel like I'm talking to somebody and I feel the vibe, and of course, feeling it. Up in my spirit, my soul, and of course, General Mosquito says, right, I'm a look into it. Okay, now, okay. Osidan said, freedom is never a system. Okay, now, freedom is never given voluntarily by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. You must demand it, for it will not be given freely. Malcolm. Okay, let me hope it was Malcolm you were saying. But yes, so that what the words are great from Osidan Osidan. I'll read them again. He said that freedom is never given voluntarily by by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. You must demand it, for it will not be given freely. Hmm. And how will they give it to us freely? Of course. Definitely not. So it is something that we must fight for. It's something that we must demand for. Demand. It's a war that we must engage in, of course, so that we can have our freedom of mind, of freedom of expression, of freedom of being who we are, of not being judged, of the fact that we are dark skinned people. Jim Anconda says Edgar Hoover was. Okay, now this black line I cannot read that correct. Was masked too, and he hated black people. I don't believe in calling Biracious black biracious black now. Jima says Edgar Hoover. He's talking about Edgar Hoover hating black people, so he doesn't believe in calling biracious black. Now Edgar Hoover was biracial. Osidian says that beautiful woman. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Now General Mosquito said my friend wrote a poem to his girlfriend long time ago, talking about things like caves. Oh God, when no, these guys are crazy always. But well, I love that when you make me laugh all the time. Now, Nisha Panda says that facts, G-Man. Now, Nisha Panda agrees with the G-Man saying Edgar Hoover hated black people and he does not like. Of course, now G-Man says he does not like calling biracials black, and Nisha Panda is in agreement with you. Of course. I would say I agree with you too, 100%. Why should we call somebody who does not recognize us and also love us a brother? Of course, that's an enemy. Somebody who does not like you, somebody who does not wish you good, somebody who does not, want your life is definitely your enemy. And of course, Tom Dunn says, I know Kate Newsome say that. Okay, I know Kate Newsome made that his third cousins with John Lewis O'Brick and fourth cousins with Maxine Walters. Oh, well, I don't know about that, but of course now you are educating us. Muhammad said jet black is beautiful. Thank you so much, Muhammad. Shukran Kabir. And of course, I say that thank you very much. I'm trying to mimic Arabic. So if I make some mistakes, I'm sorry. And Nisha Penda says he's laughing at General Mosquito's comment of a friend, of course, making a poem about KFC. Osida says he feels like chicken tonight. Now that's very crazy of you guys. Back to our things that we are seeing high rates of Africans, of course, do committing suicide. And of course, into our topic, we can never live without talking about COVID-19, the shit that is happening, the masks, and of course, what is going down in Africa, and of course, in Black communities in diaspora. Now, we are seeing the suicide rates increasing, and of course, our brother. Um, David was telling us that uh, it is, of course, David Brown told us a very important thing that probably they have mental disorders, and probably that's why they are having all that suicide committing in Africa is high, probably because most people have mental disorders. Now, Robert Williams told us he believes that poverty has a link to the rate of suicide as well as poor health in all resources and wealth. Financial stability plays a great role. Now, Robert Williams was saying that he recommends poverty and of course poverty being one of the reasons as to why most Africans are committing suicides, more especially at the young age. Now, most of the old people are not. And of course, David also insists that it is mental illness. And then Dwight also spoke about, Keith also spoke about, poverty being one of the reasons. And very, very many comments from our dear beloved brothers that I wrote, and I cannot try to go back into reading them. But of course, we've seen very many young youths in Africa committing suicide now. It's of course for various reasons, and in Africa, marriage is a very important thing. So sometimes women stay in this toxic kind of life because it is a shame. An African woman divorcing her man and going back home is always a shame. You know, Africa is still that culture and that tradition that people still insist that you have to hold on to your marriage and, of course, try and make sure it works out. And sometimes, and women end up committing suicide in this whole thing because she knows she's gonna be judged by the world out there. Of course, I don't want to talk about the marriage thing, but sometimes some things are not right. Of course, you don't kill yourself when things can work out. You understand? So I'm not trying to say do not get married. Of course, I'm in support of it. I'm in support of trying to hold on when things get tough. But again, when it concerns your life, then I don't usually support it. But most people also do that here in Africa. Committing suicide is very, common. So of course, like I told you, when I keep quiet, sometimes I'm listening to the voices outside since it's night here and my voice is traveling very high. Of course, back to the comment. Hey, the African security. Okay, okay, I read that. I read that. I read that. And then, of course, it's coming to two. I would say, thank you very much, guys, for watching Black Hot Fire Network, and we love you. But still, let me
Give me some TFM. I'll be back on about 3 more hours. I'll be back on. I'll see everybody later on tonight. Much love to everybody. And like I said, Derek, you right. And I'll see everybody back here in about 3 more hours. Peace.